Hello, this is Frida. Welcome to my channel. For today's tutorial, I am going to show you how to knit this triangle shawl that I've been knitting over a decade and kept on postponing to do the tutorial, but today is the day. And it's the berry stitch. If you don't know how to knit the berry stitch, I will show you. It's only done in 2 rows. It's very simple. This was the first stitch when I was 10 years old. Learned how to do it, believe it or not. So I've been knitting over 100. I remember I knitted a customer 10 shawls for a bridal. Her daughter was getting married. So I've been knitting this a lot, and it's been selling. So I don't have anything offhand. So I started this with Angora rabbit yarn. It's about 100 grams, so I'm just going to use up what I have and then go from there. But for this tutorial, you can, I'm going to start do the knitting with this yarn that I have in my stash. It's the Walmart brand, and I really like this. The end results is fantastic. And it's a reasonable price. So it's recommending a 5.5 millimeter knitting needle. It's a 4-weight, it says, but it's more like a heavy 3. Okay, so we're going to do increases every other row to give the triangle. It's a shawl. You can make a baby blanket as well. And I will show you how to do the decreases. And then we can go from there. So the edges are 3 stitches, purl stitches on 2 sides. So I started with, I believe, 5. But I'm going to start with 3, and then we'll start doing the increase. Because, yeah, it's very easy and it's elegant. Doesn't this look nice? And if you use a thinner, well, this is a lace yarn. But if you use a bigger crochet knitting needle, this is a 7 that I'm using. I'm a tight knitter. That's the thing. I cannot knit loose. I try my best, and I cannot knit with huge needles. But if you are, by all means, go ahead. I would highly recommend. You can make a lacy shawl. Okay, so just cast on 3 stitches. And then to finish up, what I do is I knit about 3 ridges. So that would be 6 rows, 3 ridges, 6, 7 rows of purl knit. And to give this nice finished look, and I just bind off. That's how I finish it up usually. Like I said, I don't have, unfortunately, I sold my last one that I had, and they sell very fast. It's elegant. And I don't charge that much on my Etsy shop. So we're just going to cast on 3 stitches to start with. You can even start with 1 to make it pointy if you want. And I am going to purl yarn on the front. You can do knit, knit, knit as if you want. Let's make this clear enough so you can see it closely. Okay, the first row I'm just going to knit. Okay. And the next row, what you can do is you can make an increase, or you can just go like this to make your increase. But I like to make my increases like this. Here, so I made 1 increase here. And then I make another increase. So what I do is just grab one here, and then I make an increase like this. So this row we made 2 increases. Okay, in the next row we're just gonna regular knit, purl. Okay, just like this. And then the next row we're gonna do an increase. So every other row we do an increase. Don't forget that. Okay. So I'm counting until I have 7. So there's 3. there's 6 stitches. So I'm going to make another increase right here. So I grab it from here to make it increase on the lower row to grab it. And then the next row we're going to start, so we have total of 7 stitches, 3 here, 3 here. Okay, so we're just going to knit. This is just a regular knit, 3 rows, and then here we're going to start the berry stitch. Okay, so to do the berry stitch, this is how I do it. I knit 1, yarn over, and then I knit 1. So we make 3 stitches. And we're going to continue knitting purl stitches one after another after this. And then I'm just going to knit the 3 stitches. Okay, so don't forget, this is the increase row. Okay, so I knit 3 stitches. Okay, just before leaving, I'm going to make a stitch on here. Okay, 1 stitch. So we made 1 increase. I'm just going to knit these 3 stitches, knit purl-wise. The wrong size is purl. Okay, and then I'm going to make a stitch here. So I'm just going to grab this and then purl that, and then purl the 3 stitches. Okay, here we're going to make berry stitches. So like I said, it's done in 2 rows. So we're done with the berry. We're going to finish that berry, but we're going to make another berry that we made the increase. Okay, to make that increase, we're going to do is knit 1, make 1, and then knit 1. Okay, we did the same. What did I do? I did something wrong. Sorry, this was supposed to be a purl. 3 purls, and then here we make a berry stitch. Okay, so for the 3 stitches, we're going to purl them 3 together. Okay, and then we're going to make another berry here. Okay, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1. So we made the berry. Then we're going to just knit these purl stitches. Okay. Actually, this is the front of the work. As you can see the berry, you can see the berry. Okay, so we're going to just purl this. But when we're purling, don't forget, when we're purling that row, we make a stitch after the 3rd purl. So want the edge here. Okay, so we knit the 3, and then we make 1, and then we just knit these, purl these 3 stitches. This is all we do, nothing different. Just purl. And when you come to the 3, we just make a stitch. So I just grab this one. It's easy for me. And then purl them. Okay. So we're going to make another berry row. Well, we're going to finish this one here, right here. See? You can see the berries. Well, the first one, you can see this one, the first one that we made. So we made 2 more here. And you will notice it when we finish this row. Okay, so we knit the 3 stitches, okay, and then we're going to make a berry that we made the 1 increase. So that 1 increase means we make 1 berry, okay. So this is how we make it. Knit 1, yarn over in 1 stitch, and then another knit. So we make 3, we make 2 more stitches on that 1 stitch. Okay, and the 3 stitches we purl 3 together. So when we do this, that berry pops up on the front. Okay, so we repeat. We make 1, knit 1, make 1. Knit 1, make 1, knit 1. Okay, on the 3, we purl 3 together. On this 1 stitch that we made, we knit 1, we make 1, and then we knit 1. Okay, and then we just purl these. Okay, the wrong side is purl, but we need to make oh, this is going to be nice. And I'm using a number 6. It's recommending, the label is recommending a 5.5, but I am using a 6 because, like I said, I'm a tight knitter. I could have even knitted with a 7 to get it, but yeah, I'm a very tight knitter. I try knitting loose, but I can't. Okay, so we're gonna knit the 3 stitches, and then we're going to make one. Okay, so these 3 stitches, we're gonna knit. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. Got confused. Okay, we're gonna make one, and then we're gonna, this is a purl row. Just purl all the way to the end, and don't forget to make one on the other side. Okay, make one. So you can see the 3 berries here. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna have 3 berries on this row that we're working. Okay, now we're gonna make the berries. 3 knit. Okay, the one that we made the increase. Knit 1, make 1, knit 1. Okay. And this is how it's flat at the back. Knit 3 stitches together. Oh, the yarn. Knit 1, make 1, knit 1. Knit 3 together. Knit 1, make 1, knit 1. Knit 3 together. Okay, and then here on the increase that we made, we're going to make a berry. So knit 1, make 1, knit 1. And then knit those, purl those 3 stitches. Okay. It's nice to finish this purl. Then you will see the berries clear enough. So we're going to knit 1, 2, 3, and then when you're knitting the purl row, don't forget we're going to make a stitch. Okay, and just purl all these stitches. Yeah, I think I've been knitting this blanket since 2007. I mean these shawls since 2007, not the blanket. Okay, I don't think I have ever knitted a blanket, but I want to show you because it can be knit. Okay, it's like corner to corner knitting the berry stitch. Okay, so I'm going to make a stitch right here. And then knit. Okay, so just let me show you. And then you just continue knitting as long as you want. This is how it looks like. And if you, let's say you finished it, you knitted 30 inches long from corner to the top. And then what you do is you just purl 2 sides until you have these ridges. So I knit about 3 ridges. And if the yarn is really thin, what I do is I put 5 stitches here, purl, 5 stitches here, but 3 is enough usually, and then 5 stitches on the top, and I just bind off. And that's how you knit this stitch. So I'm going to show you how to do the decrease. Okay, so we did the purl. This is the row where we do our but I did make an increase. Yeah, see. So when you're going to do the decrease, you don't do the stitch. Let's finish this. And then I forgot. Yeah, let me just make one more time, and then we're not gonna do any more increases. So we're going to stop that, and automatically what happens is it just becomes a decrease. Okay, and that's what we're aiming for. Okay, I keep on forgetting this is a purl stitch. 3 purl stitches, and then 1 knit, yarn over, 1 knit, and then we knit these 3 together. 1 knit, yarn over, 1 knit. Yeah, it's done in 2 rows, but we just knit these 3 together, and then we make 1 on top, yarn over, knit 1, and knit 3. I would highly recommend, if you're new to the knitting, the stitch is very simple. This was my first. This lady was teaching my aunt. She's like 13 years older than me. She was teaching my aunt to knit this stitch, and I was just watched her show how it is knit, and I just learned it. And since then, I'm 55. I've been knitting this stitch. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna stop doing the increase on the purl row, and that gives that what you call it, the decrease, and then it automatically it will turn into a square. Yeah, when we do this method. Okay, so I'm just purling. This is the purl row. Okay, so I didn't do any increase on the edge. When we do the increase, the next row, what we do is we make 3 stitches out of that 1 stitch, right? But this time we're not going to do that. We're skipping that. Okay, so this is just a purl. Okay, and then this is the wrong side of the work. We make the stitch. Okay, so I'm going to knit the 3, purl the 3 stitches. Okay, automatically I'm going to get rid of these stitches right here. Okay, so I got rid of 1, but here I'm going to continue making the berries just like this. Okay, so I just continue making the stitches in between, just the edges. I play around with it. Okay. Okay, and then purl the rest. Okay, this is going to be the purl row, and it is actually a lacy pattern. So if you look between, it is a lacy pattern. Okay, so remember on the purl row, what we do is we make 1, but here we're going to get rid of this 1 stitch. So we're going to knit that 2 together, that purl that we did right there, that berry that we did. So that stitch, I got rid of it, and I'm just going to purl the remaining stitches because it is a purl row. Okay, so here I am going to get rid of this stitch. Remember, we usually make a stitch here, but because I'm doing the decrease, I'm going to get rid of it. And automatically, when you look at it, you will see that it's going to turn slant towards this way. Oops. Okay, so we're on the wrong side, and we're going to again get rid of this I'm going to get rid of these 3 stitches. Well, first we're going to get rid of 2. We're going to knit the 3 stitches as usual, purl, and then we're going to knit these 2 together. And we're going to make a berry, knit 3 together, and then make a berry, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1. You can make these berries bigger, but it's hard to knit them together 5 stitches or 6. So I stick with the 3, yarn over, knit 1 like this. Knit 3 together, and then we're just gonna purl the last 3 stitches. Okay, so this is the right side, and this is how it looks like so far. Okay, so I will show you one more time, and then I will finish it up and show you, because this is going to take a while to get rid of those stitches. So we're going to knit the 3, knit the 2, and then we're going to knit these 2 together. Okay, and then we're just going to purl. Well, I mean purl them. This is the purl row. So when I say knit the purl row, we are purling all the way to the end. One at a time. And then here we purl these 2 stitches together. We get rid of 1. And this is how it looks like, yeah. Okay, and then I just repeat. So let me just show it to you. It's not that many stitches anyways. Okay, so we're gonna, if you want to make a blanket, that's the thing, if you want to make a blanket. Okay, so we're gonna purl these 3 together, and then knit 1, yarn over, knit 1. If I am knitting fast, if it's too fast for you, you can go to settings and you can slow it the way you want it. This is the slowest I can knit, I'm sorry. Okay, so I got rid of, and then we're just gonna purl. Okay, and this is the purl row. Usually on the purl row we make 1, but this time we're getting rid of 1. Okay, and we just purl just like this. Knit these 2 together. Okay, the wrong side is where we make the stitch. Purl 3, knit 3 together. I just need more yarn. It's holding the wire, it keeps on touching. Okay, so knit 1, yarn over, knit 1. One, two, three. It's small, that's why it's a little bit hard to see, but see, it's becoming a square. Okay. Oh, I forgot, this is the purl row, so I get rid of this. And then I knit these 3 together. So this is the last berry. And we're done. So we should have 7. Remember how we started with 7 stitches? Now we're going to just purl. We're going to get rid of 2 stitches on this row. See? Okay. we're going to get rid of this. Well, actually, we got rid of one. Not okay. And this is just you don't do nothing on the wrong side, the right side. Remember, we started with 3 stitches, so we're going to get rid of one more, and then we're just going to bind off the 3 stitches. Okay. It's the purl row that we get rid of. Don't forget that. Okay, so we have... So I'm going to knit these 3 together, and I will have 3 stitches left. Okay, let me just knit this last row, or you can just bind off. Yeah, you can just bind off so that will give you a ridge as well. It's a little bit because it's being small, but you can see the decrease, these 2 here. And it's a little bit tough to see, but I just wanted to show you on a small piece, because on a big one it will take me forever. And this is how you knit a blanket. If you want to make a blanket, you do your decreases. Okay, and this is how you knit the shawl. And I just love it, love it. Let me just show you the one that I'm working on. When I started my Etsy shop, I started with Angora rabbit yarn. And I was knitting, well, first I was knitting with acrylic, and I started with Angora rabbit yarn. Okay, let me just show you on this one. So we do our increase on this row. Don't forget that. When you're doing the purl, you do your increase, and when you're doing the wrong side, you make the berries. You knit the three together, and then on the 1 stitch you make one, you knit one, you make one, you knit one, and then you continue on, and then you create this beautiful, isn't this beautiful? Oh, it's beautiful. I hope I will keep this one for myself. So I hope you like this tutorial. Finally, I did the tutorial, and at the beginning I had a little bit of a hard time. I had to check my pictures because I haven't been knitting this for a while, until I sold my last one. I said I better make one for myself because I really like this color, and I will add a couple to my Etsy shop. Yeah, with this yarn, I really like this yarn as well. It's vibrant. The Woolmart's brand. Yeah, and so this is how you knit it. It hasn't been steamed yet, so think about it. When this steamed, it will look fantastic. It will relax a bit. But this is how you knit this beautiful shawl. Yeah. If you have any comments, any questions, please leave them on the comment section so I can reply to you ASAP. I try to check my comments, and then I will come back to answer you. If you have questions, I answer right away. But other than that, for thank yous, I leave them at the last. I really appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate if you can subscribe, share it with your family and friends, so I can grow and make beautiful tutorials, because I have to buy yarn to make tutorials. Yeah. You guys take care. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to hit that notification, the top bell, so every time I post a video, you will be notified. And I do have live streams, so don't miss those out. You have to subscribe to my channel, or else you won't miss it, because I don't advertise my live streams, because there's lots of bad people. They don't want me to grow. And but what can you do? Life goes on, and I've been here on YouTube since 2009. So yeah, don't miss out the tutorials. I have over 1,000 videos, shorts, ta-das, finish items, live streams, and so on. Yarn unboxing. Oh, it's endless. You guys take care. Happy knitting. Bye-bye.